Most footballers think flow state, that feeling where the game slows down, your touch is perfect, and you're 2 steps ahead of everyone, is reserved for the Neymars, the Messis, the Mbappés of the world. Something only geniuses can access, but that belief is dead wrong. Flow state isn't magic. It's not a gift you're born with. In fact, sports psychologists have shown it's simply the result of specific, repeatable conditions, which means if you understand the formula, you can trigger flow on match day. Yes, you, playing on a muddy Sunday league pitch or a high school field, can get into the zone just as easily as a Champions League star. Let me show you how. Flow has been studied for decades. The psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi spent his career researching what he called optimal experience. And here's what he found. Imagine you're a striker, you're through on goal. If the goalkeeper is terrible, slow, off their line badly, it's too easy. You get bored, your mind wanders. You might even miss because you weren't fully locked in. If the goalkeeper is world-class, someone like Courtois or Alisson, it's too hard. You get anxious, you overthink, you hesitate, and the chance is gone. But when the goalkeeper is just challenging enough, good but beatable, you enter flow. Your body takes over, you don't think, you just finish. That's the sweet spot. Another example. Have you ever played small-sided games? 5 versus 5, no pressure, just for fun, and suddenly you're pulling off skills you didn't know you had. That's flow. It's not magic. It's the perfect balance of challenge and skill. There are 5 essential ingredients for flow. Miss one, and you'll probably stay stuck in your head. Nail them all, and flow takes care of itself. Ingredient 1. Clear, actionable goals on the pitch. Your brain hates vagueness. Saying, "I'm going to play well today" is useless. Saying, "In the first 10 minutes, I'm going to complete 3 line-breaking passes," or "I'm going to win my first 3 defensive duels," that's crystal clear. Pro tip, before kickoff, pick one measurable goal for the first 15 minutes. Write it in your phone or say it out loud. Ingredient 2, the challenge skill balance. This is the heart of flow. If you're playing against much weaker opponents, you get bored and sloppy. If you're playing against much better players, you get anxious and hesitant. You need opponents or situations that push you without breaking you. Ask yourself, is this game or drill a 7 out of 10 in difficulty? That's where you want to be. Ingredient 3, eliminate distractions. Flow is fragile. A single thought, what if I miss? The scout is watching, can pull you out. So can looking at the sideline, arguing with the referee, or thinking about your phone. Force field. Before the match, decide. For the next 90 minutes, nothing exists except this game. Ingredient 4, pre-match ritual. Your brain loves cues. That's why penalty takers have routines and why midfielders tap the ball before a free kick. You need your own flow ritual. Examples, listen to the same 3 songs before every match. Take 5 deep breaths while looking at the goal. Bounce the ball 5 times on your thigh. When you do it consistently, your brain learns, oh, this is flow time. Ingredient 5, intrinsic motivation. Flow thrives on love for the game. If you're playing only to impress a coach, to get a contract, or because your parents want you to, it's harder to get in the zone. But if you connect it to your own growth, your own joy, your own curiosity, flow comes easier. Ask yourself, why did you fall in love with football? Keep that reason close. Knowing the ingredients is one thing, using them on match day is another. Here's your personal launch sequence for flow. Step 1. Set 1 clear goal, not 3, not 5. 1. Write it down or say it aloud. Example, first 15 minutes. Complete 90% of my passes. Step 2. Create your trigger ritual. Pick something simple. 3 deep breaths while looking at the pitch. Tapping your shin guards twice. Listening to one specific song on repeat. The ritual itself doesn't matter. Consistency does. Do it before every match and your brain will learn. When I do this, focus begins. Step 3. Don't wait to feel ready. You'll never feel 100% ready. The pros don't either. Just take the smallest action. Jog onto the pitch. Make your first pass. Win your first header. Your brain loves momentum. Step 4. Single task the game. No looking at the coach after every mistake. No arguing with the referee. No thinking about the last bad touch. Stay with what's happening right now. The ball, the space, your next move. Flow usually shows up 10 to 15 minutes into the match, not instantly. Stick with it. Step 5. Stop overthinking between moments. After a missed shot or a bad pass, your brain will want to spiral. That kills flow. Instead, use a reset cue, touch the grass, spit, say a word like next or clear, then move on immediately. Even with the perfect ritual, flow is easy to kill. Here are the biggest killers for footballers. Overthinking. Should I pass or dribble? What if I lose it? Flow is about doing, not doubting. Trust your training. Perfectionism. Waiting for the perfect pass or the perfect touch. Flow accepts mistakes and moves on instantly. Poor sleep, tired brain equals no flow. If you're serious about playing in the zone, sleep is your secret weapon. The phone, scrolling social media right before kickoff fries your focus. Put your phone away 30 minutes before warm-up. Lack of recovery. Which brings us to something most players ignore entirely. Most footballers think the secret to more flow is to train harder, sprint more, and stay locked in 24/7. But flow doesn't work like that. Flow is a peak state. And like any peak, it requires valleys. The science is clear, your brain can't sprint forever. When you're in flow, neurochemicals like dopamine and endorphins flood your system. That's what makes it feel amazing. But those chemicals need time to replenish. If you train intensely every single day without recovery, you don't just stall, you crash. Here's the counterintuitive truth. Recovery isn't the enemy of flow. It's the fuel for it. Sleep is where your brain resets and builds the neural pathways that make flow easier next match. Rest days aren't lazy. They're when your body and brain actually improve. Walking, stretching, even boredom recharge your attention span. That's why your best ideas about football often hit you in the shower or on a slow walk home. Build recovery into your week. 1 full rest day, 8 hours of sleep, time away from a screen. Flow will come easier, faster, and more often. Most players drift through matches, half thinking, half feeling, never fully present. The game happens to them, not through them. But when you start stacking flow sessions, game after game, training after training, something changes. Your days stop feeling scattered. You stop measuring matches by wins and losses and start measuring them by moments of full immersion. You stop fearing big games because you know you can lock in on command. And here's where it gets powerful. Flow isn't limited to match day. You can bring it into training, into small-sided games, into your first touch drills alone against a wall, even into watching football, when you study a player's movement with complete focus. Because in the end, the goal isn't just to get into flow more often. The goal is to become the kind of player who lives in flow as a default, not the exception. Let's recap. Flow isn't random, it's not magic, it's systematic. 5 ingredients. 1. Clear goal. 2. Right challenge. 3. No distractions. 4. Pre-match ritual. 5. Love for the game. And remember, recovery fuels everything. Imagine how much better you could play if focus wasn't a fight, but a natural state you could step into whenever you stepped onto the pitch. For now, try this ritual before your next match, and comment below. Have you ever played in flow? What did it feel like? See you on the pitch.